Hello everyone, this is Final Gamer, and I am about to take you on a magical tour back to 1994. I'm going to be showing you a game that's legacy has been felt on other Disney games in the potential future. You'll see why in a little bit or so. So welcome to The Timeless Adventures of Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mania! So this is a game back in the day, like several other games that were ported several times across different platforms. This was ported to the Sega Genesis, the SNES, the Sega CD, and the PlayStation. I'm going to be showing off all but the PlayStation version, which is more or less very similar to the Sega CD version anyway. So we start off on our first level. Just jump right in. We have this wonderful grainy filter effect to start things off in the black and white world of Steamboat Willie, Mickey's first outing in the world. And the plot is pretty simple. You go through different time periods of Mickey's life, all the different famous cartoons, well, possibly famous. And Steamboat Willie Mickey is really panicked about something. Also, I curb stomped a cat right into the brick. I hope nobody minded that. That cat was looking shifty. Anyways, it's a very simple plot. Apparently Pluto has gone missing or something, and Mickey has somehow gone back in time to find him. I don't really know. These games don't really offer much explanation. So, let's get off this dock and head into the next area. Most of the levels take up various areas, like for example Steamboat Willie has only 2 areas. We're already halfway through. And we have the other feature of this game. Aside from jumping and stomping on enemies, well, people's heads, we also have marbles. Marbles allow us to shoot from afar, of course. But you have a limited supply of them, as you can see on the top right. So, if you don't have any, then I hope you can jump on an enemy, because you're screwed. That rocket is a checkpoint, which allows us to start from this part if we ever get killed. I'm just trying to mimic Pete's swagger, and then ruthlessly murder him as he chokes to death on tobacco. Yeah. Sure you are, Mickey. So, as you've noticed, the level has become much more colorful. I guess it's a digitally remastered version of Steamboat Willie. But other than that, it's a pretty good game. I like this game a lot. This is a game that was quite big in my childhood, and I had both the Genesis and the SNES version. Speaking of which, boss time! Hey look, a crane! That's a boss! Remember that part in Steamboat Willie where the cranes tried to kidnap us? I don't. It's always very simple. Use the marbles to break the gears, use the springs to break the higher gears. You can actually hit the gears twice in a row if you're really close to them, and I don't figure this out until later on. The bombs don't hurt you when they're falling, but they do hurt you on the ground, so watch out. Not a very hard boss. And hey look, Steamboat Willie Mickey. How you doing, Bella? I guess we rescued the boat as well. No one was paying attention. It's okay. So that was the Genesis version. Let's move on to the SNES version. And a lot of people will have like different opinions and always say which version is the best or not. It doesn't matter for the most part because it is more or less the same game. Though the SNES is the least... how do I explain this? The SNES had the least features, for some reason. Which you would expect it to have the most, because it's the SNES, but I guess that blast processing doesn't work. So, you've noticed that you can change difficulty and number of lives, but for some reason, changing it to easy on the SNES automatically gives you 5 lives, which is weird to say the least. The largest problem with the SNES, well, it's not so much problem, but its largest difference, that's a nicer way to say it. Also, loading screens on the SNES? You're kidding me, right? Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened either. Especially when you don't get the grainy filter at the beginning of the level. What the hell? Anyways, fuck that goat. It's more or less exactly the same, other than slightly different sound, and you still got Mickey going, uh-oh. Oh, that's fine then. I'm just going to curve stomp this cat again. Thank you. And you also notice on the top left that there are 4 fingers and a hand. Mickey's hand, to be exact. Of course, those are the hit points. Mickey can take 5 hits before dying. I think it's quite neat that he uses actual hand as a way to measure health. It's quite cool. I'm just enjoying the music here, because I actually like the music on the SNES version a lot more than the Genesis. It's just... well, you'll see in the next level. Also, I wanted to show the crane actually does take crates individually back and forth. That's quite cool. Moving on to the next area. I said moving on to the next area. Thank you. Listen to that song. That's some nice treble going on there, right? So it's largely the same. There's no difference other than there was no sound effect for that bridge or so. You'll notice a lot of sound effects get removed from the SNES version, and I honestly don't know why. Like the parrots don't do the ah anymore. And that's kind of sad, because it's not as satisfying. Also, for some reason, no matter how many times I jump, I cannot get the jump right on that parrot. I cannot jump high enough to get onto that sign, so I have to go the normal way and just go walking across the windows. Although, in spite of that, the graphics look shinier on the SNES. I'm not sure how, but they look nicer a little bit. But, well, I guess someone could throw in some technical issue about this game or so. I'm also demonstrating the pause feature. Look at those comfy little feet on the top left. Just want to take a break? Okay. Back in my day, we didn't have people or games telling us to take a break. We took our own damn breaks. Also, Pete's only attack. Spit tobacco. Mickey doesn't even say sorry in this version. He's unapologetically homicidal now. The bloodlust has taken him. Those crates, of course, will hurt you and whatnot. And that's a nice looking crane, I gotta say. Looks really nice in this SNES version especially. There's also an extra life on the top left, you'll notice. Mickey's hat. I'm not sure why I would ever take that from there if I wanted to do a daring jump, but oh well. Also, no boss music. And the gears are somewhat easier to take down. And the bombs hurt me when I'm jumping. Hell of a weird difference. So, oh well. Not much else to say differently other than, well, the usual. Although I do kind of find it funny to note that Disney really want people to think Steamboat Willie was Mickey's first cartoon, when actually it was a cartoon called Plain Crazy back in February 1928. If you want to know why Disney don't want to talk about that cartoon, basically Mickey tries to date rape Minnie. He's kind of an asshole in that cartoon. It's hilarious. Check it out sometime on YouTube, it's great. I also show off the double marble thing. It's more just having it right next to you so you can just swing 2 in a row. Oh. No Steamboat Willie Mickey? But what happened to the mouse? Okay, fine. Oh well. So, moving on, we finally moved to the Sega CD version. And the Sega CD version is very different, and you will note an immense amount of difference. Do you get that there's a thing called difference? I'm using that term a lot. Thanks, Mickey. So, you'll note one thing, that he has a lot more dialogue in this, hence the script sprite specifically for this version. Also, you get to change the controls. Cool. Not sure why, but I guess because Sega CD actually has more than 3 buttons. So, let's start a game. Nice little scale there. They bring back the grainy filter, awesomely so. And listen to that song. That is a sea shanty for the times. Listen to that. Listen to how much sound is coming out of this. This is Red Book audio, my friends. This is amazing. Fuck you, cat. You go in the brig. So Mickey talks way more in this version, and there's a lot more sound, and a lot more atmosphere, and a lot more personality in the Sega CD version. A lot of people shit on the Sega CD, rightfully so, but honestly, this is probably the best version, or at least it has a hell of a lot of merit for what is more or less a port. So heading to the next area. Did you also notice that the Sega CD version loaded faster than the SNES version? That's kind of sad. That this is a CD-based game now, of a port of a cartridge game. It loaded faster than a cartridge port. I'm not sure what happened there. Although, for some reason, the parrots sound like chickens. And I died. So, that's one point I'm take away from the Sega CD version. When you die, you have that really annoying which does not exist in the other versions. And that's kind of something you wished for. I had problems with this line when I was trying the Sega CD version, I'm not sure. You also notice the music is way better, because the music is actually composed by a different person. In the Genesis and SNES versions, it was composed by Andy Blythe and Mark Joustra, who were the in-house composers for Traveler's Tales, who made the game. And the music here, in the Sega CD version, is done by Michael Giacchino, who you might know from Medal of Honor, Mission Impossible 3, and Up. Oscar-winning Michael Giacchino, his early start here. Wow, Mickey, you don't even give a fuck anymore! Like, Genesis, he's all like, sorry! SNES, he doesn't say anything, he's just like, get out of the way, you big palooka, or I'll gut you! That's hilarious. I guess his plain crazy personality's coming back out again. What have I done? Seriously, go watch that cartoon, it's great. And I mean great as in uncomfortable. Oh, heading out to the boss again. I wonder if anything will be different this time. Do you want to bet anything will be different this time? Not really. Other than a new song. And the gears take way more marbles to take. Difficulty is kind of scaled up on the Sega CD version. Enemies take more hits, I believe, and other things will happen. Though, bombs still don't hurt me while they're in the air, which is good. So you can tell this is taken mostly from the coding of the Genesis version. I'm not going to get into a debate about which version is better, I'm just pointing out the differences between them. Because there are a lot of differences, believe me, and some of them can be almost entirely different games. I say almost because they are theoretically the same. Oh look! Yeah, of course you do! So that's the first level of Mickey Mania, repeated 3 times on different versions. And I hope you see me all again soon, or when we take on the next level, which is one of the most infamous, yet not so well known cartoons of Mickey's career. See you all next time.